Hi everybody. I wanted to come on here and do a quick video. This is kind of an introduction video. Eric and I have been thinking about doing some different things with our projects. Eric's going to try some different stuff with his sign making, and me, whatever I do. It's kind of weird. But when we were at Workbench Con, we did some power carving. And we worked with Katie Freeman from Freeman Furnishings. She's on Instagram under Freeman Furnishings. And Ellen from Little Bear Furniture. That's her Instagram name. And they taught us some really cool stuff. And while we were there, Kutzall was there. And so Kutzall was the tools that we were using with Katie and Ellen. And we talked to them, or I talked to them a little bit, and they offered to send us some stuff to give a try give a shot. Try.
Easy for you to say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The words aren't working.
I know. Neither my face isn't working. Anyway, so I wanted to show you what they sent us. They sent us these the other day, and I'm so excited. Oh, and the guy that I talked to was Mike Oliver. He's the president of Kutzall. His grandfather is the one that actually started Kutzall. So him and his, I believe it was his brother. I can't remember his name. I'm sorry. Anyway, so he sent us a half round shaping rasp, which I'm anxious to try that. I was watching some videos on that this morning. And then they sent us a very heavy duty, extreme, very coarse shaping disc. This is for like cutting bowls or cutting deep things. Oh, concave shaping. That's what I was trying to say. Again, my mouth just wasn't working. So this one is very coarse. I'm going to open this up and show you if I can do it without stabbing myself. Look at this thing. It's a beast. Ouch. That is awesome. So that is for concave shaping. So that's one. Then they sent us a medium shaping disc. So that's the medium shaping disc. It's just got little shorter, little pokey things there. So that's the medium shaping disc. Then
shorter poking things.
Shorty pokey things.
That's the technical
And this one,
term.
I know, huh? And this one is a very coarse shaping disc. So we use the very coarse one for doing the outside of the bowl, cutting away the bark, kind of shaping it up, and then the very coarse concave disc for the inside of the bowl. And then I got to use this one too. This is a sphere. This is a master of hollowing out. Shape concave surfaces and produce forms of undercut, overhung edges. Look at that thing.
I'm going to zoom in now, so I'm going to be just right on the box.
Okay.
So you can drop it down. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that sphere, we got to play with that one too when we were doing some practicing or playing. That was really cool. And then Eric wanted the ball nose thing. This one's for produce flat surfaces or round edges, makes concave surfaces with the rounded top. So I was watching a video where they were actually carving rifle handles, and that's what they were using for the rifle handles.
Gotcha.
So there's that one. And then this is the flame. Features a more flowing shape, makes concave cuts and V-cuts. Small tip, ideal for detailing. And that's the very coarse one. These are all for a quarter inch shank. These are all very coarse. So with that, go ahead.
I don't know. Quarter inch shank. So what tool are you going to use?
Let me get there. Haven't got there yet. So let me put these in here.
So even though they're quarter inch shank, these are not made for a router.
They're not made for a router. I guess you could use some kind of heavy duty Dremel, but look what Eric got. So this is a die grinder, and this, I believe this is the one that we were using in the class at Workbench Con, or something very similar. So this is what we're going to use those discs on, or with. So we're very excited to get started on these things, and we will keep you guys posted. And anything else I'm forgetting?
Well, actually, we're going to use the die grinder. We're going to use the little quarter inch shank. The other ones we'll be using our regular angle grinder.
Angle grinder, yeah.
Because those are, you know, they go on a different way.
Right, yeah.
So we'll use these for the little 1/4-inch shaft.
So this should be fun. I've got several pieces of wood that I'm anxious to get started on. And we will keep you guys posted. I think we'll put this at the beginning of my play video. So my first video where I start to do the actual carving. So keep watching and we will keep you posted. Bye.
So that's the Don't hit the plant. What happened? Uh-oh.
That's all right.
You meant to do that.
I meant to do that. I did.
The thing's pretty aggressive, huh?
That's all right. Yep.
guys, weather's finally cleared up enough. I can actually work on my bowl. I've been working on my bowl. So this is kind of where I'm at. I've shaped it up as much as I can. Remember, this is my first piece. So, you know, I'm not sure what kind of wood this is. Somebody told me it was sisu. Sisu, but I'm not sure. It is very light, very fiberglassy, for lack of a better term. So what I used was this shaping disc. This is the flat and convex shaping disc from Kutzall. This thing is really cool. This thing, I think I like this one better than the other one, but for taking off chunks, big pieces or big areas, definitely the, what's the other one? The heavy material one, the concave one. Where is it? This one. The flattened convex. This is the very coarse one, and then this one is the medium one. The medium, and the coarse one is black. So I've used them both. Love them. I really like this one, though. This one is really cool.
So that's the medium there, then. Got it. Okay.
Okay, so I kind of did that. Kind of shaped up the bottom here because it was pretty square. So then for the inside, which again, you guys know I'm not using a lathe. This is all done by my tools here. So I tried to get in there with this, and I don't have a steady enough hand yet for that. So I kind of took out some chunks here, but I fixed it with this one. This is a rotary burr, extremely coarse. This is the flame coarse bit. Holy moly, that thing's awesome. So this thing, my clamp didn't really want to hold my bowl down. So what I did was I took it like this and I held it like this, and I just went just like that. Anyway, so it's been fun this morning, and then I just sanded this with my sander. And now I'm going to take it in.
But you did quite a bit by hand too, right?
I did have to do a lot of it by hand because this does not get in there. So I've done a lot of it by hand. Again, it's very fiberglassy.
Fibery.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now, this is my plan. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to put some Total Boat penetrating epoxy on the inside and the outside, just all over it. I wish I could give it a penetrating epoxy bath. That's how bad this thing is. Do that, and I'll probably put 2 or 3 coats of that on, so it'll be a few days. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to make my little star thing here, my little flower star, some color. I'm going to put some color resin in that. I don't know what color yet. And then I'm going to cover the whole thing in the Total Boat. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. I have to kind of do some research and find out which of the Total Boat products is going to be best for this bowl. Which they have a guide that is actually, I got an email, which is actually which resin to use for which product, which is really cool. So anyway, guys, that's kind of where we're at. I wanted to just kind of update you. Eric was busy doing something else, so he didn't have time to film me playing with the tools here, but we'll keep you posted and on the next step. So have a good day. Bye. Okay, folks, well, it's time to pour the flour. So I sanded this down because there were quite a few bubbles, but I'll put resin on there later. So what I'm going to do is I am going to fill this little flour with this kind of turquoise resin. This is a vintagepaint.biz. We had a couple of these pigments sent to us by this gentleman, and I love these pigments. But what I did, because I didn't want to try to worry about sanding the inside if I poured the resin from the top and some got all over. So I taped it from the inside. I'm pouring it from the bottom so that when I pour that tape off, there won't be, God willing, a lot of sanding to do in there to get any resin spillage off. So we got that. I'm gonna set that as even as possible. I poured my bowl on my vase and it kind of got stuck. So I'm just gonna add a little bit at a time. And I've got about 40 ounces of the Maker Epoxy in there, just Maker Epoxy by Total Boat.
40 ounces.
40. I think those are ounces. I don't know. They sent me these little cups. But they sent me this stuff. Oh, excuse me, 40 milligrams, which is about, I don't know, a little over 1 ounce. I'm sorry, my bad.
I was gonna say
That's a lot of ounceage that's really not there. See, that's more blue, but look at that. Well, I'm gonna add a little bit more. This is gonna be pretty. I don't know if you can see.
I can now.
Very pearlescent.
And this is the Maker's Epoxy.
It's the Maker Epoxy.
Maker Epoxy.
Yes. So.
And you've been mixing it for about 5 minutes?
I mixed it, yeah. I had to take it outside and warm it up because it was a little too cold. So, ooh, don't go too fast. So this will hopefully make a really pretty flower. I would like it to have been a little more of a green color rather than this bluish, but I didn't really have a turquoise. Ooh, anticipation. If you hear noise in the background, that's Dave in the shop, right on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, he's running the big router over there.
I'm excited to see this flower and hopefully it'll turn out good. And I already have plans for my next bowl. I'm gonna start on it today, actually. Okay, so you guys can see what we got going here. Wish me luck, and we will show you the results in a couple of days. So you guys have a great day. Okay, so guys, I poured my resin in my bowl and I taped the inside of it, and the tape that I used, yeah, wasn't that great, so it bubbled and created a resin pocket. So now I had to order these little sanding discs here, and it's kind of cool. It just screws on the, they just screw on the thing. There's coarse, there's very coarse, medium, and not so coarse. I don't know what you call it. But anyway, so I got these so that I can get in there, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get in there and get rid of that resin, hopefully. That clamp just fell on my toe. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep doing that until I get it down to where I can hand sand it, because that's going to take some hand sanding. So I will be back when it's done and I can show you the final thing. Before I am going to put a final coat of resin on it, but I'll show you when it's all done. Okay guys, my bowl is done. So this, I believe it's called Sisu. The wood is Sisu. It started out the stump, and this is my finished product. And on the inside, you can see here, this was a natural star that was in the wood, and I worked it on purpose, for lack of a better term. I intentionally left that star and worked it so that I could put resin in it. So I'm pretty happy with it. There's the bottom. You can see on the bottom there's spots, but that's where the resin, because I had sanded it down so much, so the penetrating epoxy was pretty much gone. Poured the resin and it soaked in. But there's 2 coats of resin on this because it did still soak in. This thing was very, very porous, I guess is the word. It was like a sponge. So
And it was kind of fibrous,
it was
too.
very fibrous. Sanding it was interesting. And even I have some little holes that I left. I didn't want them filled up. There's some resin in there, but there's still holes. It is far from perfect. But oh my gosh, it was fun. And I have plans for more. So, Merry Christmas to all my family. You know what you're going to be getting. Because I have plans and I have stumps that I've been given. This one actually I was given to by Jim, our engineer buddy up in Phoenix. And he gave me this one. And I have another one that I'm going to make too. Because the stump was big and then we cut it in half, so I'll have 2 bowls on this one. The next one will be better, I'm sure, but it's definitely going to be different. This is a one of a kind. It's very unique and it's mine. It's not going anywhere. This is mine. I'm very proud of this thing.
You should be.
I have to tell you guys, Kutzall sent me some amazing tools to work with. I got the sphere and what was the other one?
Flame.
The flame and what's the bottle nose? I don't know what that one is called, but I use that one too.
Yeah, I can't remember that one.
And then of course the 2 discs that I use. And anyway, I'm very happy with it. I'm very excited about it, and I will be doing more, and I'll be showing you guys pictures. But anyway, that's my project, my very first power carving project. There will definitely be more to come. I think I actually like doing this a little bit better than I like the resin. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed to Eric's channel, please do. Hit the little bell icon so you get notified every time he posts videos, which he's going to be doing a lot, like 1 a day, like live. Anyway. So, if there's any questions, you can email me, Vicki, with davessigns@gmail.com, or Eric at makeawoodssign.com. And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for following along, and thanks for your patience. I learned a lot, and I had a great time. So, thank you, Kutzall. Thank you, Total Boat. I used the Total Boat high performance resin on this. And we'll be seeing you soon with more. So you guys have a great weekend or week. Where are we at? Have a great week. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.